This is a year where I'm really locking in, and I've decided that in the future I'm going to become a millionaire and I'm going to get there. My first goal is to max out my TFSA, which is a tax-free savings account that we have in Canada. I think my max contribution limit right now is close to 30,000 and I'm about halfway there. And after I max that out, which I think I could do by the end of this year or even earlier, I'm going to focus on my savings, which I have a good chunk of money in there, but I just haven't been recently investing that much. So I want to focus on maximizing that as well, so then I can move on to my next goal, which is buying my first property. Now again, I'm grateful that I can live with my parents and I don't need to move out, which is greatly helping me. But yeah, my goal is to buy my first investment property. I don't want to live in it. I could use that money to buy myself a house, but then, I'm stuck with all the expenses with owning a house. If I can get an investment property, yeah, there's some expenses with it, but at least it can help me get some more money in the future. So now I'm going to show you actually how I break down my paycheck, and maybe it can help you also figure out how much you want to be investing in terms of how much your expenses are and how much money you want to leave for yourself for just random purchases. So here I'm showing you guys how I broke down my monthly income. And as you can see, 74% of my income goes to investments and 12 of that percent going into savings. So that's just going into my savings account and retirement. So I'm about over 80% going solely just investing into my future right now. Luckily right now I don't have really big expenses. Most of it is just my phone bill, which is about $55 a month. I paid out my phone, don't have a new one. 1% goes into Spotify, I pay for the family plan, and then 1% goes to iCloud, it's $5, I just don't have enough storage. And then 9% goes to dog food. I spend about $180 a month on him, and that's just my responsibility is to get him some food. After all this money going out of my account, I have about $1,000 left a month, and that doesn't mean that I go spend it on whatever I'd like. It's just if I need money and want to buy myself something, that's the money that I can use. If not, I keep it and it just accumulates. My goal is not to max all of that out every month. I like to have money in my checking account, for anything that's happening. I need to take my dog to the vet. I don't have to stress. That money is there. Obviously, this breakdown of my income is just for me right now. Obviously, this is not sustainable if in the future I have more expenses, but I'm just using the opportunity right now. I don't want to let that money just sit around. I'd rather invest into something. So that is what I'm doing. Obviously, this may look different for you if you're at a different point of your life. I just encourage you to break down your income to see where your money is going, because it's really eye-opening. When I first got a job, I was so excited, had so much money I was getting, even though it wasn't that much, and I don't even know what I spent it on. I just spent it away. It's probably just on some random objects I don't even use and it's collecting dust. One thing I do spend my money on, though, is my health. One bigger purchase I made over the summer is I bought myself a nice new bike. I like to go biking. My old bike wasn't doing so well. I actually fell off of it because the tires, and it was just not a good bike. It was a cheap one. So I decided to invest in a bit nicer bike. It's not crazy expensive either, but it was nicer than my previous one. And I didn't feel bad about that because I use it often and, I get outside, exercise. So that to me is money well spent, still money being spent in the future. You have to think about how you're investing in yourself for the future. And health is a part of that as well. So I hope this was insightful. If you have any questions, comment them down below. And if you want more videos like this, just let me know.